excuse me. My name is Maurice. I'm the Evaluation Pirate. And let's just cut to the chase, okay? Thesis here is that evaluators would make good pirates. And you can clearly see that from these lovely photos, but I want to explore a little bit of why that is the case with you, okay? So number one, strong sense of purpose. Pirates need this. Evaluators, they've got a strong sense of their purpose, okay, judging the merit, worth, or value of an object. Pirates also have a clear purpose. They like to collect valuable objects. Okay, we call that treasure. That's our jargon. And along with this, specialization is important. Evaluators are used to this, one area of expertise. Pirates also like to specialize, okay? You go after either buried treasure, you plunder or pillage. Some get involved with witch doctors and voodoo ladies. Not my cup of tea, but whatever floats your boat. No pun intended. Anyway, strong sense of purpose, okay? Number two, this idea of look before you leap, okay? Make good judgment calls about what you intend to do from the get-go. Evaluators got your valuability assessment that you do. You consider the ethical and political environment, status of your evaluand. Similar for pirates, okay? Not every treasure is ready to be collected. Okay, you got to consider who are you going to be angering by taking this treasure? Where did it come from to begin with? I mean, is there a curse on this treasure because somebody buried it after betraying their crew? Things like that, okay? So look before you leap. They also value mutual understanding. Okay, evaluators, you do this as you work with key stakeholders and you determine your evaluation questions. Pirates work with their key stakeholders to determine how to avoid any questions, if you catch my drift. Both evaluators and pirates establish resource constraints and other limitations up front, how much a thing's going to cost, what's really possible, what's not. It'd be really nice, for instance, to have a whole fleet of pirate ships, but probably just not going to happen, okay? You got to work with what you got. And, a lot of times that means your pirate ship isn't even that nice to begin with, and you may not be able to eat steak while you're out there. Okay, you might like to, but probably you're going to be eating turtles. Okay, so just a little bit of being realistic up front, establishing some expectations, okay? Evaluators will sign a contract in good faith, and pirates will also sign a contract, but usually in my experience, that's done in blood. Okay, moving along. Adaptability is important for both, and let me tell you what I mean about this, okay? Selecting an approach that fits your situation. You're going to use an objective-based approach as an evaluator, or are you going to use a participant-based approach, okay? Is this a technically complicated evaluation or a socially complex one, okay? Similar with pirates. For instance, this little hook of mine. You might think it's always a hook, but no, depending on the circumstance, I unscrew that hook and I put on a broom, or sometimes I put on a rifle, and occasionally a back scratcher, okay? So it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish, and we want to be comfortable when we're seeking that treasure, so and keep everybody happy. Okay, human resource savvy. You got to understand this. Who you work with really is going to determine your success. So pirates and evaluators both need to assemble a good crew, right? Cultural competence comes into play. If you're going down to the Caribbean, that's where your treasure's buried on an island down there. You need to take someone with you who understands all of those Bermuda Triangles and those voodoo ladies who tend to live in the Caribbean. That's important. And data analysis expertise. What if your treasure map, for instance, is tattooed on somebody's back? You don't want just a normal map reader for that one. You got to get a special tattoo map reader because, first of all, you got to talk to that person and then get them convinced that they should let you see the map. And then after you get a good look at it, it's not that easy to read a tattoo map, and so just choose your team wisely. Oh, this is my most recent crew. we were very successful. Now, follow through. You know, a little gumption, a little stick-to-itiveness is pretty important. And evaluators have this as they methodically collect and analyze data, overcome obstacles through creativity, resourcefulness, recognize that good data is really foundational to achieving their purpose. Pirates, on the other hand, greedily collect and analyze the treasure, overcome obstacles by running them through or shooting them with cannons, and they recognize that treasure is the source of all pirate happiness. Okay, but key here is kind of a commitment to sticking to your plan, right, and making sure you get to the end. After you're done with your evaluations, you want to depart gracefully, right? You draw conclusions. Pirates draw swords at the end of their journeys. Evaluators prepare reports. Pirates prepare for possible death, because usually there's someone coming after you. Evaluators make recommendations when it's appropriate. Pirates make for Madagascar when the coast is clear, like this. Okay, last thing I want to talk to you about is this idea of maintaining your standards. Evaluators, you got your standards and guiding principles, utility, feasibility, propriety, accuracy is also in there. And the pirates actually have some standards too. They're called the piratical articles. Here they are. Oh, let me put my glasses on. That's better. You can browse these. Okay, they are real. They were developed under a pirate named Black Bart, one of the most successful pirates ever to sail. And the people on his ships actually were expected to live by these, and they did. Okay, so you know, that's pretty much the end. I don't know what fin is supposed to mean, but okay, maybe some sharks are coming or something.